Welcome to episode 64 of the Hodgepodge podcast. I'm your host, Doug.
And I'm Dirty A. As the name suggests, we're going to talk about a hodgepodge of topics from movies, music, TV, and other pop culture events.
And on this episode, we welcome back special guest Matt King to discuss the Wachowskis' Jupiter Ascending. You can reach us at the hodgepodgepodcast@gmail.com or over on our website, thehodgepodgepodcast.com, or head over to iTunes and YouTube and subscribe. We went to a screening, what was it, last week?
Yep.
Oh, earlier this week.
I don't get an introduction.
In a minute.
Oh, okay.
You know how
I mean,
this
why
works.
else am I here?
Who are you Jets guy?
Come on.
You know how this works.
All right.
So we went to a screening to go see Jupiter Ascending. It was Monday, I guess. The Monday before the movie.
I tend to forget.
And we were lucky enough to have our good friend, author Matt King, come along with us. So we invited him today to come talk about Jupiter Ascending. Hi, Matt.
Oh, hey.
Thanks for jumping the gun.
Yeah, you're welcome.
But also, you know, as everyone, our listeners know, as our listener knows,
Hey,
Matt,
Mom.
Matt is also.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, hey Jim.
Yeah.
Matt is also our resident expert in all things comic book newsy and Marvel stuff, and there's a lot to discuss on that front.
Yes.
So we wanted to have him over to do the comic book stuff, and then we're going to talk about Jupiter Ascending.
Which is excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we get that out of the way first? Or
Yeah, let's just go ahead and, it was a great movie.
Oh, God.
I think everyone should see this movie. It is to this decade, it is to the millennials what like Godfather was.
It's
Yeah.
like every great space fantasy movie all mixed up into one.
It is
With-
a hodgepodge of
It
spaceness.
is.
With Wizard of Oz thrown in.
With the Little Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, we're just kidding. This was a piece of shit.
Yeah, Jupiter Ascending. We'll jump right into Jupiter Ascending, then we'll talk about the comic book stuff. Jupiter Ascending is, as Dirty A said, it's a big piece of shit.
It's a huge piece of shit.
We saw
wait.
lots of little pieces of shit
Right.
that are piled on top of each other.
Pieces of shit ascending.
Right.
It's like that episode of South Park when when Randy eats the P.F. Chang's, and then he builds the big column of poo out of the toilet because he gets backed up, and then he goes, hot, 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 hot. And he's like all the way to the ceiling.
Yeah, I don't understand the people reviewing this movie that are giving it praise.
Well, there's not many. To
Well, it's
be
the same
fair.
people that
yeah,
declared
you're right. It's
like
not that
Speed Racer one of the greatest movies ever made.
That's-
You know.
kind of
The difference is though
that was actually okay.
Speed Racer is actually okay. It's like it's not. The thing I liked about Speed Racer is that it was true to the cartoon. I felt
Right.
It was a live action cartoon.
You're literally the only two people I've ever heard that said they liked Speed Racer.
Well, I'm not. It's not like I'm giving it praise.
You're just not calling it the biggest piece
Yeah.
of shit ever.
No, yeah.
Okay.
And they did Cloud Atlas. They did the adaptation of Cloud Atlas, which wasn't bad. I mean, it was confusing. I mean,
Yeah,
but the
I
book,
still don't know what the fuck was going on. In that
from
movie,
what I
but-
understand, the
So they
book's
were honing
confusing
their
too.
confusing,
Right.
muddled crap.
Right.
Cloud
But
Atlas.
Jupiter Ascending is the Wachowskis' first original. Well, yeah, slow down, but it's quote unquote never quote unquote been done before since The Matrix. And now we see why, because pretty much what they do is rip off The Matrix. And then I left the movie and I turned to Dirty Ed. I'm like, maybe they did steal The Matrix from that lady?
Yeah.
Because they obviously don't have an original idea in their head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's going to be massive spoilers for this. So if you haven't seen Jupiter Ascending and you were planning on, just first of all, save your money and don't go see it at all.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really intend on going to go see it, you have like free movie pass or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't listen to me either. So if you want to see it, that's fine. But
It's
don't
terrible.
don't blame us.
Yeah, we're warning you. It's terrible. Basically, the convoluted story centers around Mila Kunis' character, Jupiter Jones. Unfortunately, she is not playing Jupiter Jones from the Three Investigators book series. If anybody knows what they are. Well, I know he doesn't.
knows what that is.
People do.
Okay.
He doesn't, but you might have known about it.
This thing is called books.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I know. So
Are there
Mila,
pictures?
no,
No,
Pop-ups,
I don't know.
like-
Mila Kunis plays the most beautiful maid in the universe.
Right.
Could she be the most beautiful girl in the world?
She's your queen to be.
I should come in with a rap.
She discovers through tons of exposition that she is the well, of course, typical. Yeah, I hate my life. This sucks. Whatever.
Maybe I'm a space bee queen.
Maybe I'm a space bee queen, and she finds out
We'll get
that
into the bees in a little bit.
yeah, that was stupid.
That's
as
gonna
shit.
be a big part of the story.
No, is it though?
It is.
She finds out that she is the genetic match of was the woman even a queen? Like I thought it.
She
I
was
thought she was,
the
but
head of the family.
right. So that's what I thought.
No, it was.
She was the ruler of Earth.
No, she owned
Earth.
Yeah.
Right. So of Earth, galactically, she was the ruler of Earth.
She owned the title on Earth.
She
basically.
was like the godfather, but mom. God mom.
Right.
God
okay.
mom. Okay.
So she was this matriarch of the Abraxas family.
I can't believe you remember that.
Yeah. Well, I had to write the reviews.
Oh,
I was about to say, no.
She was the matriarch of the Abraxas family, and now Mila Kunis' character Jupiter is the exact genetic match. So basically, it's like reincarnation.
That's how they liken it to reincarnation.
The matriarch's kids are
irrelevant because
Yes.
two of them just disappear.
exactly yeah. There's a girl. There's the youngest one is Titus, a boy, and then there's Eddie Redmayne, who's trying his damnedest to destroy his hopes to win the Oscar. As
I had him as a front runner until
Ben
this
Gay.
movie.
What was his name?
What?
What was his name? Ben
I
Gay,
don't-
something like
I
that.
don't
That's
know the
Bentham
names.
or something like
Oh,
that.
I don't know. What his name
Bantam
was.
Books.
Yes.
That was the first most egregious part about this movie for me is that they set up this triangle of power between these siblings.
Yeah.
And then they just decide not to follow through with that at all.
That's
Yeah.
the case
They
for like
just disappear.
Yeah.
most of this movie is spent abandoning storylines presented in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It's like editing in the middle of the movie
Yeah, they're
itself.
like, fuck it, we don't know where that's going, so let's just drop it.
Well, that's like The Matrix. I mean, The Matrix, the first movie is like solid, and then like
Yeah.
the second, third one just kind of like
Yeah,
peters out, and you're like, what's going on?
Well, they've kind of got like the George R.R. Martin disease of 600 plot lines going on at once.
Yeah.
But him, I have a little more faith that he can somehow bring at least 90% of them back.
Yeah.
Together. They have no fucking clue where this movie is going, and you can tell too, right when it starts. It's like, oh shit, now what do we do? We got this like space opera-ish thing going on.
Yeah.
I think a metaphor for this movie is Channing Tatum skating through.
Oh.
Yeah, that was like real Xanadu-ish, wasn't it?
Just-
like, did I think
He was Brian Bortano.
I think I may have turned to you at one point and started singing Xanadu. Like,
Probably.
I think I did, but
But why do you have to do
I
this?
was too busy singing "What Would Brian Bortano Do"
Yeah, that's right.
every time he was on screen.
So anyway, they find out she's this queen. So if she basically claims her birthright, I guess, or proves that she's the reincarnation
If
of
she
this
proves
person,
her genes.
she will own the Earth, which, of course, as in all sci-fi movies, is the most special and important little place in the universe for no fucking reason.
Did you notice the Terminator parallels in the first part of this movie? You're looking for Sarah Connor.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
They keep going after all these people named,
Yeah.
with the same name that she has.
Yeah,
and it's
right.
Like they start killing all the strawberry shortcake bounty hunter. Girl.
Oh yeah, blueberry.
Blueberry something.
What? No. What's the blueberry one's name?
I should look that up.
I don't know.
Blueberry Pie? Is that her name?
I don't know. Probably
Whatever.
Yeah.
The girl dressed like that.
And then the guy that was like Yondu without his.
Well, yeah.
No,
the-
you're talking about Bjork.
The Mohawk.
You're talking about
Oh
Bjork.
yeah, she was Bjork. That's right, it was Bjork.
She was Bjork.
dressed as Blueberry Pie.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there was the guy. He was a combination of Jaimin Hansu and
Yes.
and Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
He was kind of smushed together.
He looked like he was in a car that braked too fast, and his mohawk came down in front of his face.
And then Channing Tatum plays
Dog Boy.
plays Kane, who is what they call a splice, and he is like
Oh.
kind of like half wolf, half human, although he looks
Genetically bred to
have dog traits or
to
something.
be
like that.
like
Was
a
Wolf,
guardian,
A hunter,
like
a hunter,
a hunter.
but he's a hunter without a pack.
Right.
And when you're a
He's
hunter without a
wolf
pack,
pack of one.
he is a wolf pack of one. But they explain in the movie that it can go one of two ways. You
Yeah.
can either just die out, or you can become a super hunter or
Yeah.
something like that, which
He's-
is what he is.
Well, he is a super hunter. He is actually Channing Tatum gets a lot of experience in this movie trying out for Gambit because I'm predicting that Gambit will be just as unstoppable as this guy was,
Will
and he
he-
probably won't get hurt at all.
Will he speed skate around?
Probably not. He has these hover boots. This is what these guys
Gravity
are talking
boots?
about. Yeah, he has these gravity boots that basically they don't allow him to fly. He literally like roller skates on like the air.
Yes, he's roller skating
It is
on the air.
It makes
And
no
it's
sense.
so lame.
But even in the realm of this faux science that they got going here, it makes no sense as to how high up can he go? Because it seems like he can shoot up through the atmosphere if he wanted to. But,
yeah, like 75% of this movie is expository dialogue, where they're just telling you the plot.
Yeah.
Well, they're telling Mila Kunis the plot.
The plot and/or trying to explain all this stupid shit.
Well, that's what he explained the gravity boost,
Yes.
right? And he was explaining to her, or mansplaining. That's one of my favorites.
Nice.
These boots go up and down because they're gravity boots.
Right.
But then he spends like the next firefight like going sideways, doing loop-de-loops, and he's speed skating like that would be necessary.
Those boots weren't just made for walking.
Thank you for that.
There are several long, soulless scenes of action, and I was reminded of
boredom.
Yeah, I was reminded of
Transformers.
No. Something closer to this. The Coruscant hover ship chase in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
where like this whole like when the
jumps down.
Exactly, and they do that too.
Yeah.
And then when the bounty hunter tries to kill Padme, and then there's this long, boring chase through Coruscant where no one's gonna get hurt, nothing's gonna happen. The Jedi are superhuman, supermen. That's who Channing Tatum is. Mila Kunis, I'm gonna say it right now. She needs to stop doing genre pictures. She needs to just stick to what she does best, which is comedy, and maybe doing something like dark and weird, like the Black Swan. She was really good in Black Swan, and being hot, like she was in Black Swan. Genre, it doesn't work for her. She wasn't very good in Oz the Great and Powerful, and she was not good in this.
Is it really her fault though? I mean,
I don't think no. But see, it is to a degree because it's like Natalie Portman. Like Natalie Portman, you could tell in those Star Wars prequels, she had no clue how to fucking act with the blue screen. She had no clue what to do. Ewan McGregor was the only one who was like kind of like game and he could do it. The others are just like, I don't know what the fuck's what am I looking at,
Yeah.
And that's kind of how Mila Kunis is. Now, in one degree, it is not her fault because it's a very atrociously written character.
Yeah, it's horrible.
She is Captain Obvious. Like literally, she wakes up in a dress and she goes, "Oh, different clothes." It's like, oh my god, are you serious?
It's like her character is brought out everything like a Broadway production. Like she comes out with some brilliant new outfit on. Like she just.
Oh no, that's not where I thought you were going.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about the.
I was thinking more like Broadway, where they talk their thoughts basically. Like.
That's like every character. That's every character. That's not just her. Yeah. That's not just her.
But she and also her character really has like no arc. She kind of ends up pretty much where she ended up, and she's like.
But she's got a different frame of mind. See,
and she's learned how to speed skate.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Yeah. So that's the arc in this movie.
Yeah.
At the beginning of this movie, she could not speed skate,
and by the end, she's
she was. She's doing why above Chicago.
Yeah. So let's talk about that.
Okay.
So
because Channing Tatum earned his wings back.
Yes.
Don't even start on that. Oh my god,
Clarence.
So
I heard some bells.
So. There was this. The beginning of the movie takes place in Chicago. That's where Jupiter lives. There's like this big, giant battle in the skies of Chicago. Apparently, during that battle, all the residents of Chicago were somewhere else because nobody sees anything. Nobody.
They try to explain it away by we could build the city back real fast and then we can Men in Black
them
with it. But it's like, so no one died.
No.
Like you destroyed half
blown
the city.
Up buildings,
nobody died.
Somebody's walking around. What are all these dead people doing on the streets of Chicago?
For work.
Al Capone's back.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like nothing. There's nothing. I'm like I turned to Jen. I'm just like. Where are all the people in this fucking metropolis? It's like, it's like a city.
Yeah, it's they try to retroactively go back and explain that after the fact.
Right.
But as the action's going on, there's not a soul in sight in this one of the busiest towns, busiest cities in the nation, and there's not a soul on the streets, in the buildings, anywhere.
Maybe the Decepticons wiped out the bridges.
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. That was my exact thought. When that scene came up, I was like, is this taking place in the Transformers universe?
Yeah.
Where the Chicago has already been destroyed and no one's living there anymore?
Yeah.
They all moved to Detroit.
Yeah.
So
I saw somebody, like one of the two people I've seen that liked this movie. They likened that chase scene, that fight, to being as groundbreaking as the first Matrix movies, like bullet time.
no, no.
And I
It's
immediately unfriended them.
It's like I said. It explicitly reminded me of the Coruscant chase in Attack of the Clones. It was just all CGI.
It was so boring.
It was boring, dull, slow. It was soulless. I mean, like you just knew. You're like, oh well, I'm pretty sure that these two main characters are not going to die or nothing bad's going to happen to them. And
You're like on this train track, and you got Wachowskis pulling a lever on the other end that's going to send you down a different track each time, and it just and you know, we've referenced the Matrix several times here. Not only do we reference it because it's one of their movies, but they have also viciously stolen from that movie in their own movie here.
Yeah.
Because as it turns out, one of the main plot drivers here is that, go figure, humans are harnessed for power in the galaxy.
Yeah.
just like the robots in the Matrix.
Just like in the Matrix.
He hasn't even gotten to that
absurd.
part
I haven't even gotten to that part yet, but that's fine. But it's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
So then they go to see. So they escape these weird aliens. They escape the. I guess they're supposed to be like the Greys. I guess a little bit. Those aliens.
Well, yeah, I mean they pulled that out of. That's one of the 600 fantasy tropes.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
You know,
They used them all. They used them all.
But those stupid fucking Greys. All right, so they're only there to provide fodder for Gambit to shoot. Right? You know,
Oh, right, yeah, they serve no actual purpose whatsoever.
They are
Yeah.
so useless.
Yeah.
And so they have this ability to turn invisible.
Right.
Which you would think, okay, they're going to kill everybody, you know?
Right.
No. Here's how they die. Every time they're invisible, they leap at people, but then they become visible again right before they get to
For
them.
no reason.
You know what that is?
So they can get shot.
You know what that is? You know what that is?
What?
That is the Bethesda cloaking system.
Right.
Because like if you're in Fallout or Skyrim and you turn invisible, once you do an action, you reappear.
Right.
So you can't sneak up to somebody and shoot them. You can only just sneak around.
I mean, they're running through fields and shit, invisible, until they jump. Maybe it's jumping that does
Maybe.
it. They need gravity boost.
Oh, and then they also explain crop circles.
Gravity.
Yeah, they also explain
Oh my
crop
God.
circles.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, so did I. So then they escape. The two of them escape. Channing Tatum tells her, one of 3 or 4 times he tells her that he's more like a dog than a person. She still wants
I
to.
love dogs.
Yeah, she literally says, "I love dogs,"
God.
and then I screamed out in the theater, "Yeah, bestiality!" So they go to find his one of his colleagues, played by Sean Bean, and the
indestructible.
Who keeps
Sean
his head?
Bean.
The indestructible
Who keeps his
Sean.
head?
Yeah.
Who-
Who survives this movie?
he lives on in a house,
A farm, like a farm.
Yeah, like a
Don't-
farm.
Don't sugarcoat it. He lives in a bee house.
He lives in
He
a
lives
bee
in a
house.
His
It's
fucking
his bee
stinger.
That's right. His name is Stinger.
Yeah, he lives in a bee house, and what we mean
Is he
by
supposed
that
to be
is
like king of the bees?
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
It's just that the bees were
But why does he live in a house of bees?
like literally this house is like covered in like honeycomb.
Yeah.
and
inside the house, not
and
outside.
hives everywhere in every corner.
It's like
of the
in the
house.
living room.
Yeah.
He's got like
Yeah.
a beehive everywhere.
I don't know.
They
And
never
then-
explain it. He's not like part bee.
No, I don't know.
or
And then
anything.
the bees come around Jupiter, and then she can control the bees, which means because bees,
No,
control that
Yeah.
they are
They're not stinging her.
Right. But they
she's
move-
not controlling them.
but they move with her movements.
Well, right, but it's more they're drawn to her.
She's
and then they're
conducting
just
them.
kind of around her, and that's when Stinger is like, "Oh my,
Oh my,
This
Your
is-
Highness! You
yeah,
know,
this
it's like,
is the queen.
fucking
This
hate
is
this
the
movie.
queen bee."
Oh.
Because bees are attracted to royalty.
No, they know royalty and they don't sting them.
I read something. It might have been on Collider. I
He's
forget.
the number one stunner.
I read it. It might have been Collider, but they're like, apparently in this universe, there's no such thing as ants
Yeah.
because they also have queens.
But yeah, the bees are at best very poorly explained.
Very poorly.
At worst, not explained at all.
Yeah.
And then they never factor in
It's
ever
like the
again.
lip-
Yeah,
test.
never don't factor
Yeah.
in at all. Yeah.
No, that's not true. She used them as a weapon against Sonic Blaster
Okay,
Boy.
that's
right.
true. Yeah,
You're right,
okay,
you're right.
So they
You're
stung
right.
him,
She
so he's
does
clearly
wield
not
the-
royalty.
She does wield.
No,
them,
he's
which
clearly
means
not.
she does
And he's-
kind of control them.
And he's also clearly not allergic to bee stings.
This is true. This is true.
So then they escape again, and basically what happens is that Channing Tatum was hired by one of the youngest brother, Titus, to capture the queen.
Christopher Titus?
No, I wish. So because he wants to marry her. Because, everybody...
She's his mom.
Everybody wants to marry their mother. So, and in this case, it's
Guys. We're talking about a galaxy that's been around for billions of years, okay? You don't understand the complexities of marriage. It's just a political thing.
Okay.
They're just trying to stick Bound in there somehow.
Yeah.
So, they're trying to rip off Bound, too. So, and then there's all this space shit that happens.
Right. So he wants to marry her so he can then kill her and then gain the ownership.
You skipped
of
over the
Earth.
part where he goes to see the other useless sibling first.
The sister.
Oh, that's right. She hasn't disappeared yet.
Right.
Right.
So they go to her house first, and she's all old looking.
Well, no, they captured her. They captured the woman captured her. The sister captured her.
Right.
And then took her to her planet. And I think she was the only one who was like...
But captured. Really? I mean, they just walked out.
Yeah, they didn't really...
Yeah.
Well,
she brought her there to try and keep her safe.
Yeah, she was the, I guess, the good one.
I guess she was the good one.
She didn't really capture her in the sense of... She didn't want to imprison her. She just wanted to explain the situation.
Well, no, she was there to explain the human harvesting
element
of the plot.
She was another form of Basil exposition.
Right.
With British intelligence.
Yeah, British intelligence.
Oh my god.
So she takes a bath in some honey water.
Some
stuff.
Blue,
some splooge.
Yeah.
Splooge bath.
Soylent
human
Blue.
splooge. And she comes out rejuvenated. It's kind of like a Fountain of Youth type of thing. And this is how they explain living for millennia and never really aging much.
Yeah, so she bathes in people juice.
Right. Yeah, because it's made from people.
Soylent Green is people?
Yeah.
So I can't even go into all the rest of this crap. So then Eddie Redmayne, he's the bad guy, and they never
one of the bad guys.
One of the bad guys, but they never even really like put a twist on that.
He's
or
never fully developed at all. Well, no one is.
No one is. But
no, he just sits staring out his window.
And he talks like this. Why are you not talking like this?
I told you, in my 600 word or 6,000 word Twitter review of this, he is an int with voice modulation issues. He takes an hour to say anything in this movie, and it's just the worst. And then he starts screaming for no reason. And he sits out and he looks out his window until somebody comes in to give him an update on where Mila is, and he's like, "Kill her!" Every conversation is, "Kill her, and I will take the Earth."
Right. And the Oscar goes to Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
But it's just, he's terrible in this, and he's the main bad guy, I guess, and she fucks a dog person, and
it's around this time. We discover that humans are being
turned into goo.
That they are used
and that the Earth
as
is
the fountain of youth for these godlike.
It's the industry
beings.
Of the universe.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And they're the kings of the industry,
and that's why Earth is so wanted, because it is now the home, the current home for humans.
Right.
Well, it's ripe for harvest. They said it's
it's right. See what they do. You're right. What they do.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily humans. It's just in general. I think it's just general. They just harvest worlds in general. I think, or maybe not. Oh no, because they colonize the world.
Right.
So
what they do
well,
is
they killed all the dinosaurs.
Right. They explain that Earth is not the beginning of human beings, and that what they do is they will populate a world with humans until it gets overpopulated, aka ripe.
Yes.
And then they harvest those humans for their fountain of youth juice.
Yeah, and then they turn them into blue youth juice.
Crack is whack.
Crack is whack. And then they just take baths in it every 14,000 years. Wait, no. How often do they?
I
forget.
Doesn't
Who
matter.
cares?
It doesn't matter.
But yeah, I do like that they all the winks and nods they do for no reason whatsoever. Like, wait a minute, are you saying that you killed the dinosaurs?
Yeah. Well, yes, we did. We need to make room for the humans.
Right.
Oh, fuck off.
In the end, it's so anticlimactic. It's not even funny.
Yeah, literally, Eddie Redmayne owns Jupiter, and he's got some kind of mining operation there or something like that. I never understood why it started blowing up for no reason. Like, I never understood why that happened.
What? Why
his refinery at the end.
Yeah.
I never understood why that happened.
Because they fucked up the portal through the giant red spot Which, by the way, in this movie was only about like a mile wide, when in reality it's Earth's wide.
It's have to be the size of the planet.
But no, in this movie it's about the size of a spaceship.
Yeah.
And so the portal coming in and out of that was damaged whenever. Like,
oh, okay, and that's what set it off.
The Green Lanterns were coming in or something like that.
Green Lanterns.
The Green Lantern Corps.
Yeah, whatever the name of the Green Lantern Corps was in this movie. It was Aegis. The Aegis.
Yeah.
Green
Okay.
Lantern Corps.
And I was just, because they called them space cops. I was like, why didn't
Yeah.
you just make them like the Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, they're
Agents
Agents of Green Lantern, basically. So they got like
Right.
shield suits, but they're Green Lanterns.
Which, by the way, at least for a Dog Boy's character, it was completely inconsequential, it seemed, as to when he could and couldn't, or should or shouldn't, use a spacesuit with a helmet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he could be out there or not.
Or
with a
not.
helmet.
Or not.
It doesn't matter.
It's just when it looked cool to
Yeah.
have to put on the suit and wear a helmet, that's when they allowed him to use it.
And I love that his gravity boots can cut through metal.
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
They're real hot.
Yeah.
Gravity heat.
Boots, right.
They
go through such lengths to tell you that these are not jets, that these are
Yes.
gravity boots, and then he literally uses them as jet fueled
Scissors. basically,
scissors.
what they are.
Yeah.
I just
Blowtorch.
didn't. I mean, I don't understand why they had to make those people official. Like, I almost felt like it would have been
With
better.
Aegis?
Yeah, I almost feel like they would have been better if they were like the Star Jammers or something like that from
It
X-Men.
was just yet
Would it
another
have mattered?
thread in
I
this
guess
movie
not.
that
I mean,
didn't
but-
get tied up.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
knew why they were there, and nobody knew
I
why they were
read-
there in the end.
I read that their original screenplay was like 220 pages or something like that.
I mean, I fully believe that anyone who watched this movie and enjoyed it just turned every part of their brain off
Well, yeah.
and didn't think about a single thing. It was a pretty movie.
It was,
Let's
yeah, it was
give
a,
that.
yeah, it was a beautiful
It was-
movie.
it
I mean,
was-
like the
as
visuals
a,
were really
as
good.
a visual spectacle, it was really great.
But I gotta be honest, it was a great visual spectacle. But you know what? They kind of did that already with Cloud Atlas.
Yeah. I'm not. That doesn't come close to making up for anything. But that's the only.
What do you consider
That's
to be
the
the
only
visual
thing.
spectacle of this movie that I haven't seen in any number
Again,
of sci-fi
it's
films?
not. It's not. It wasn't groundbreaking or anything. But it was pretty. And it doesn't make up for a single thing.
No.
But that's the only thing I can think of that people like this movie. They just shut off every part of their brain except their visual cortex and just was like, oh.
But, yeah.
I like the lizard guy that works for Eddie Redmayne.
But which one? Can you...
I call him Koopa King.
Yeah. So it's like Eddie Redmayne turns around and is like, oh, kill him. And, they kill the lizard guy. And then another one comes that looks just like him and talks just like him. So it's like, these are just interchangeable lizard people. And
Yeah.
why do I care about them? And they have wings and don't use them. Fuck. Everything about this movie fucking sucks.
It really was bad.
And what about Stinger's sick daughter?
Yeah, what happened to that?
What about her? You know why she's sick? Because she came on screen one time and went,
Yeah,
and that,
and then she walked away, and then they had some like shifty eye looks between the two of them, and that was it.
but then it was totally dropped until like 3/4 of the way through the movie, and they're like, Stinger, you got to do this for your daughter.
They explain they use that as the prop to make Stinger do something that is out of character for him.
Okay, explain to me Stinger's role in this movie.
He was placed.
This
He was
good.
placed
It's gonna
on.
take about an hour
He
and a
was
half.
placed on Earth as like the guardian of Earth.
What?
He was placed on Earth as to like be the galactical guardian of the planet.
Okay.
Of the planet. That was his role.
Okay. So he lives in a farmhouse.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
That's correct.
Has no powers that anybody can tell. No. He keeps a suitcase with an aerosol heal-all machine.
He does.
Yeah. That was right after Channing Tatum got his maxi-pad Band-Aid ripped off.
Right, yeah.
And then
which is referenced like 4 times as if it's the funniest thing ever.
Oh, God,
like, did you see that's a maxi-pad?
and so Mila Kunis is like, oh, you have this thing that can heal everybody in just like a little spray can? Why don't you do that? Why don't you give it to other people? And he's like, humans, they don't like to share. Fuck you, buddy. I mean, that is like the heal-all spray can.
That was like Elysium.
You have bottled panacea.
Yeah.
Refused to.
And he's like, nah, I'm not going to share it. But he's not going to it's not his fault. It's because humanity is not good at sharing.
Yeah.
And that's the reason that he doesn't give it to anyone.
That's it. So
he's there to protect the Earth.
So you
Anyway,
Oh,
you were
being
saying...
You're being selfish because you say the world is selfish.
Yes, and you're just going along with it.
All right.
Because you live in a house of bees.
Right.
So anyway, so he's here to protect the Earth.
A house of learned bees.
So keep going. What else?
That's it. That's all I got.
No,
that was what he was
how
there
does
for.
his daughter hook into this? How does his relationship to Wolf Boy?
I don't know.
Here's
What
the
is
thing.
that?
Here's the thing with this movie that I.
With Wolf Boy, he was.
They were comrades.
They were part of the original pack.
Right.
Before
What were they called?
Before Wolf Boy bit somebody, which I thought was going to turn into a thing.
Right. No, they dropped that.
Yeah, but then they dropped that. I thought for sure at the end of the movie they were going to come out and say that, he had bit this elite person, but then you come to find out it was for a good reason, and his memory was erased of it. I thought for sure that's where they were going with it. They were like, they erased his memory so that he wouldn't remember why he bit her. But no, they just dropped that altogether.
Oh, I thought he was going to bite Eddie Redmayne and throw it out.
Yeah. They literally just drop that all together and make you think that he is like a rabid dog that could go crazy at any moment.
Nah, yeah. Well,
the thing about this movie is that it's so convoluted, and there's so much shit going on. After I watched it, I was like, well, this shouldn't have even been a movie. They really should have made it like a novel. And then a few reviews have pointed out that it was a novel called Dune. So
yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was,
because it is very similar to Dune. I mean,
well, similar to Dune and anything else sci-fi.
That's true, but but like the whole thing is like it's like all a corporation, and like here comes this outsider to come and save everybody.
I did enjoy the nod that they gave to Terry Gilliam, and they put him in there.
Was that him?
That
was him.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
They actually put him in there, and the scene looks very much like Brazil.
Yeah, it was very Brazil.
But that was during that 10-minute bureaucratic.
Yes.
Why was that in the movie?
Because they wanted to give a nod to Terry
to
Gilliam.
make you laugh.
Yeah, it was their nod to Terry Gilliam.
But it was 10 minutes of her walking around.
It's way too long.
Yeah.
What was it? Were they on Jupiter at that time, or were they in some other planet?
That was them entering Jupiter. That was how they. Yes.
She had to get like a queen license or something like that.
Well, it was.
She had to prove her
identity birth certificate.
It was a birth certificate she had to go through.
Yeah.
And so they like ring a fucking bell on a desk, and we're talking about aliens here, right?
Right, and they have cyborgs, lawyers.
Yeah.
Helping her.
They have fucking lawyers in space.
Yeah.
It's.
I liken this movie to the nth degree. By the way, it's worse than this, to Oblivion, where it just it just picks and pulls whatever it wants to from any sci-fi trope that's out there and just grabs it and smushes it into a ball and throws it at you.
Yeah. I would say the closest thing that it was trying to be is that it was trying to be a new Fifth Element.
It was like
it felt more like
Fifth Element.
And I even told you, and I do
with Wizard of Oz.
I go on record.
There's a lot of Wizard of Oz references in this
I am in the minority. I go on record to say I'm not a big Fifth Element fan.
Me neither.
But as we walked out of that movie, I said, Doug, I'd even go see Fifth Element again before I.
And I was like, wow, you really hated this movie.
This was absolutely trying to be Fifth Element.
Yeah. So we're not gonna beat the dead horse here.
Oh, we already have.
We
spent like 20 minutes.
See, I bet when people listen to this, I think it sounded like the most convoluted plot ever. I was trying to explain.
Oh yeah.
But it actually,
try fucking watching it.
Yeah.
You think this was confusing? Try being in the theater.
That's why I wrote my review. Like I boiled it down to one paragraph. I'm like, and that's the most concise description you're going to get because the Wachowskis try to crap it up at every turn in this movie. It's just a huge steaming pile of dung.
Sense.
Well, it's like like y'all mentioned at lunch today. This is probably the nail in their coffin.
Oh.
Yeah, I think so. They're going to have to do something to like make up because Speed Racer was a failure. Cloud Atlas was a failure. They produced V for Vendetta, which did well.
At least Cloud Atlas was a critical success.
It got like middling reviews. Some people were like, "This is confusing as shit," and I don't like it. And then the last two Matrixes, while they made a lot of money, they were critically.
I told you I did my homework.
But let's be honest, the fucking studios don't care what the critics say.
True, that's true.
No, they care about money. So as far as making money goes, I looked at the box office returns because I wanted to see like how much money their movies have been making since The Matrix.
Yeah.
The Matrix made $400 million.
The first one.
Okay. The second one made almost $800 million.
Yep.
Yeah.
On a $120 million budget.
Yeah.
But here's where it starts to go downhill. The third Matrix only made as much as the first Matrix.
Yeah, because
almost half
Almost half of the second movie.
Because what happened with that is that everybody
I'll tell you what happened with that because people saw the second movie.
Yeah, people were excited to see the second movie, and then it was just
it was like, did you vampires? What?
But then they go to the third movie, and it's like, well, I've watched 2, might as well watch 3.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to finish off.
But you don't get the return people because that movie sucked. And then so the next movie was Speed Racer, right?
Right.
$125 million to make, not including marketing costs. It made $93 million worldwide.
Didn't even make it back.
Worldwide. Oh God.
It made $40 million in the U.S.
Yeah. Didn't even make it back.
And that's the thing. It's like I said about Speed Racer. Speed Racer's not terrible. I mean, if you've watched a Speed Racer cartoon, it's Speed Racer cartoon come to life.
Yeah. And then the next movie, Cloud Atlas, they did not even release the budget for that movie, but it only made $20 million.
Yeah. And we know that it did not make it.
It did not make it.
Oh, no.
And then this piece of shit cost $200 million.
And that's also because they moved it back, too.
And what was this weekend gross? Did you see?
So far, it's 6.
You mean 60? No, 6.
I mean,
no,
$6.
$6.
And 38 cents.
And, the studio saw this coming. That's why this got pushed back. Whatever focus groups they ran this through, they saw this coming.
I read something where they were like, oh, Warner Brothers is going to be fine because of the surprise of American Sniper. Yeah. Now they'll just kind of be like, whatever, that happened, great, goodbye. But and then of course next year they'll have Batman
Was this a fall or summer?
This was supposed to come out in summer last year, like in July or something.
So before Guardians.
Oh yeah, like a month before, at least a month before Guardians. It was supposed to come out. Yeah. And it's a huge turd.
Yeah, big turd.
And it's like, and Collider, we read Collider, and I always mention Collider a lot. That's one thing that Matt Goldberg said in his review. He goes, take this with Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy just does shit, and you better hang on for the ride. Whereas this is just explains everything and gets bogged down, and you're just like.
And those are two perfect comparison movies of one that does it completely right. Because Guardians has just as much going on.
Yeah.
It has just as much going on as this movie, but it's so much more creative and fun to watch.
It's got heart. It's got soul. You can follow easily.
Hugh Lewis and the Noose.
Yeah. It's got Ooh Child.
Pal.
My favorite soundtrack so far.
All right, you're done. All right.
It's got Gamora.
It does have Gamora.
Yeah, she's in it.
But yeah, I mean that's a perfect comparison, and this is one instance where the box office doesn't lie.
Yeah.
Guardians is a phenomenal movie, and this movie is a piece of shit.
Right.
Terrible.
What would you rather do than go see this movie?
Oh.
I would rather dive into a pool of straight pins than see this movie.
I would rather have my eyelashes plucked out one by one and replaced with needles.
Nice, Doug.
I don't know. I mean, at least in the movie I can have popcorn.
Well, you couldn't have popcorn.
Oh my God!
I would drink an okra shake before watching this movie again. I just won.
Oh, you win.
Bullshit. When it comes on TNT, he's gonna watch it.
Fuck that.
Oh, Jupiter Ascending's on.
I would rather rub Doug's nose in a pile of white dog shit.
Wow.
I got a belly full of white dog crap. I gotta listen to this shit.
I would rather slide down a razor blade into a bucket of iodine.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. In other words,
so go see it. So yeah,
this is
A+.
Yeah.
It's just I can't. This is one of those movies where I like talking about movies, but this is one of those movies. If someone comes up to me and says that they enjoyed it, I can't even really debate them because
they're no longer.
I just got to shut down. I just got to shut down.
Yeah.
But Black Hat's still the worst movie of the year. It's close. Okay. But Black Hat, right. You can at least say this movie was pretty.
This is like, that's good. Okay, that's true. Because
you can at least say this movie was pretty.
Like, I mean,
and Mila Kunis is in it, and she's gorgeous.
This is like, and the race is on, and here comes Pride in the backstretch. They're just coming at each other.
Yeah. Are we going to talk about the wings? I know we're on.
Oh yeah. We didn't even get to the wings. I referenced them earlier. There's
no reason for them
because they talk about how they're like these. They talk about how they're kind of an evolution of humans.
What? No, he's half human, half dog.
No. Just wolf. In general, I'm talking about.
I thought the wings were cybernetic.
Well,
no.
Earlier,
no.
He had them ripped off.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. He had that was part of his punishment.
Yeah.
And was it Striper?
Stinger. Striper.
Stinger.
That's the guy that lives in the striped house.
Yeah, right. Stinger
Eats fruit
had
stripe
his
guts.
had his taken off as well because of something that Dogboy did.
I think because he went to bat for him.
Because he went to bat for him, so
he took his wings.
His punishment.
How
was
come
to
nobody
take his
else in the
wings.
fucking movie had wings?
Yeah. No one else had wings.
Dude,
they were the only
who
two
the
that were
fuck
referenced. And how do you get them put back on?
Yeah, and how do they grow back that fast?
Like that. Well, I guess if you have a rejuvenation,
You go into people
bubble
juice.
bath. You go to people juice. And,
But she was all like, "No, we can't use this
No,
anymore."
but that's what I'm talking about with the end of the movie. Like she doesn't. Like, you would expect her to be like, okay, well, now I'm the queen of this, and now we're going to go and strike
goes
out.
back-
No, she goes back to being a fucking maid,
Yeah,
and she's just
she
like,
scrubbed
she's
the
just a
toilet,
better
yeah.
maid now. She's just a better maid.
Yeah. Well, she's happy. Doug.
Well, earlier
she's
she like
happy with her lot.
Whatever.
she drops the blue juice and she's like, "Oh fuck, I killed 100 people," you know,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that's what it takes. 100 people equals one glass.
Vial, one pipe bomb
One
worth
dose of
of
people juice
people
is
juice.
100 people, and she fucking drops it on the floor. And she's like, "Oh shit," you know, and that's what like propels her to make this decision at the end. She's like, "I am not gonna sign over the whatever Earth to you, Eddie Redmayne."
But
He's like, kill her.
Don't you both
you don't have to sign it over. But would you really want to go back living there?
Yeah.
You could do everything you wanted to do and be a goddess.
That's what I'm talking about. And then she goes back to scrubbing fucking toilets.
It
It's
makes-
stupid. It makes no
It's
sense.
ridiculous.
Like,
It's
it changed. Like, it's like her life didn't change, except
Look,
now she's dating
unless-
Dog Boy.
unless-
Didn't Cinderella
not
go
re-
back and go back to cleaning her stepmom's house?
No.
No. Oh, wait.
It's supposed to be Wizard of Oz. She goes back to living her life.
Well, let's not forget though how quickly she acclimates herself to the idea of being this
it's
this
like that.
galactic goddess.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she just turns away from it. It's just like, whatever suits her fancy. Because she just jumps on board with this pretty damn quickly.
Yeah.
It's just
That's
terrible.
what I did, yeah.
Fucking terrible. Jupiter
awful.
Ascending blows.
Jupiter descending.
So let's turn our discussion.
Matt, you got anything else to add? Are we done? Can we close the chapter?
I reserve the right to come back to it.
Okay, all right.
We're gonna have Matt on to talk about Avengers.
Yeah.
One more thing about
Jupiter Ascending.
I think we need to just riff tracks that when it comes out.
That means we have to watch
That
it.
means you have to watch it again. See, I told you.
Anyway,
I
Okay,
can't do it.
so
let's talk about some good stuff.
well, we assume it's gonna be good.
Well,
So,
all right. At least the stuff we want to be talking about.
right. The big news, I guess, since we have Matt here, is that Netflix has finally released the trailer for Daredevil, which comes out April 10th, right? April 10th?
April 10th. All
And-
episodes.
All episodes, April 10th. And
Is it 8? Is it an 8-parter?
no, I think it's 13, isn't
Is
it?
12 or 13? Is it
Yeah.
a whole
Yeah.
full
Yeah, it's a
okay.
full thing,
All
yeah.
right.
And it looks pretty fucking good.
Yeah. It doesn't look like the Marvel movies are all PG-13.
Yeah.
They don't really take too many risks as far as like pushing the envelope on.
No, yeah.
Well, Winter Soldier kind of was a little bit on the violent side, but
Yeah.
not anywhere close to what
Yeah.
it looks like Daredevil's going to be.
No, yeah.
This thing looked dark.
Yeah.
And it's bloody, and they're kind of setting it up to be this real gritty crime drama,
Yeah.
almost looking thing.
Yeah. It looks cool. Charlie Cox is Daredevil and Matt Murdock. Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be the Kingpin. You don't really see him in the trailer. You see him briefly, like real
Yeah.
quick.
It looks
Rosario
pretty-
Dawson.
It looks pretty thin to me. Not thin, but
Well, it's like I said. I mean,
I know what you're saying, but give him a fat suit or something.
no, but then that would look too fake.
I don't
probably.
care.
That would look too fake.
I want to see.
Because like the
I want
Kingpin.
to see for once. I want to see a real Kingpin.
Yeah, but like the Kingpin in the books, like his hands are like bigger than Spider-Man's head, so
he's
it's like he could
800
crush Spider-Man's.
pounds.
I want
Yeah.
to see it.
No, forget it.
Shut your
So,
face.
They could have Gandalfed him.
oh, you do like the perspective,
Yeah, the
perspective
perspective
shooting,
shots.
yeah. Rosario Dawson's in it too. I don't even know who she plays. Do we even know?
She is a night nurse or something like that. I forgot the name of the character,
Okay.
but she's not Elektra, so I don't really care.
Right.
No.
I wish it was Electra.
I do too.
But anyway, so it looks really cool. The only real mystery, and we kind of talked to this when at lunch today. The only real mystery is if it's successful, which it's probably going to be. Let's be honest. So, will we get Daredevil season 2, or are they just going to make? Are we just going to
tack into the?
Are they just going to hold him until the
rest of the universe
Defenders?
and just
I think we're getting season 2.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe me. It's like, I think it's interesting that they're doing this, but the only character that I care about in all these shows that they're doing is Daredevil.
Oh, man.
If they
get to the Defenders,
if
they get into, but that's
we'll see. But if they base the Jessica Jones stuff off of the early issues of Alias, then that would be cool too, because that was a great comic. Alias was good.
I'm so excited for that one.
You like Jessica Jones?
Well, I don't know much about the character, but I know that David Tennant is going to be the Purple Man.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, man,
it's gonna be
I
good.
cannot wait.
It's gonna be good.
Hopefully, he'll really be purple.
Right. And Luke Cage is going to be in it.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So they are sort of doing the
no. I like that. That's cool. But it's if they're going to do another street level TV show, I'd rather see Punisher.
Well, here's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to mimic what they're doing in the movies. So they're doing this lead up to the Defenders. They're doing the 4 series leading up to Defenders. Daredevil, Jessica Jones, aka Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist. And then they're ending it with a Defenders miniseries.
Yeah.
And then I think that's their phase 1. And then I think in phase 2, you'll see Daredevil 2, maybe a sequel to either Luke Cage or Jessica Jones. Iron Fist, I don't know if that one's going to...
No, they'll probably put Luke Cage and Iron Fist together.
They probably will to be heroes
Luke Cage
for
and
hire.
Iron Fist together.
They'll be heroes for hire, maybe. Now I think they're going to bring in someone like Punisher in phase 2.
I'd like to see them bring in Moon Knight too.
Moon Knight would be awesome. Oh my god! But
that guy's
and
crazy.
then there's going to be
Moon Knight.
Wow.
They kind of liken him to. I mean, because Daredevil's kind of like all these different Marvel characters are kind of like similar to Batman. Like Daredevil's like the fighting version of Batman. Iron Man's like the smart version of Batman. But Moon Knight is like he's the real kind of like from Marvel's Batman, and he's like, except he's fucking nuts.
He's crazy.
He's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Like he has like split personality and stuff like that. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But his
Rich and nuts.
yeah, his origin though is so convoluted because there's been so many different iterations of him that they would have to streamline it
That's
down.
weird. I've never heard.
But it'd be pretty cool.
It would be awesome to see him. But I think they're going to do a Defenders 2 with all the new cast, and then
Probably.
How are they doing? They're definitely going the route. They have this mapped out. They're going the route.
For sure.
There will be I believe there will definitely be a second season of Daredevil. I mean, because they're not even leaving out Bullseye, Elektra.
Yeah. Well,
they're going to introduce.
Right.
You cannot have a Daredevil show and not at some point introduce these characters into it. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So that's going on with that, and then on Marvel's actual TV side, Agent Carter's still rolling along. Recently, they just did an episode, 2 episodes, I guess, where they kind of introduced the Black Widow program in Russia.
Yeah.
And if you've watched the trailer for Avengers, it's probably going to tie back into that movie because there are scenes in there of like a little girl who it looks like it is Black Widow when she was a little girl, and so that'll be interesting to do that, to give her a fleshing out a little bit because they're probably thinking nobody wants to really see a Black Widow movie. So
I do.
I would.
Yeah.
I would, but I mean, I feel like a Black Widow movie is something that maybe they could do. They could actually probably maybe do it for Netflix. Like I don't know if they want to do the whole big
in the scheme in
feature film
in the
budget
scheme
thing.
of all the Avengers and all the Marvel characters. I mean, that's not going to hold a whole movie for the majority of the audience.
They can't keep going the way they are though. They got to get some female-led movies out there. They got to
Well,
get some.
we will let's segue into that because they've just announced in the comics the full female Avengers,
A-Force.
the A-Force. Yeah.
Holy fuck!
Right?
That looks so. Oh, shut up.
No. The only reason why I'm
good.
rolling my eyes, is not because it's not a good idea, but they're like, oh my god, I can't believe you're doing this. I'm like, X-Men did that like a couple years ago. They did the full female team, and it's like,
Yeah, but nobody gives a shit about the X-Men.
Oh,
wow.
oh, God, that's
Doug.
Oh wow.
There goes my Christmas present.
Yeah. And your birthday.
that's the same thing. The same people give a shit about Thor.
Oh! Hold on a second.
Goldilocks over here.
Wait, what do you like again? Doctor Who?
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody watches that piece of shit.
You're like, what do you like again?
Yeah.
Look at his room.
Yeah.
What do you like
Yeah.
again?
I can't pick on Star Wars.
Yeah, no, you got to pick up something else.
But
yeah,
This is the prequels.
No, but I mean, no, it's neat that they're going to do that. I mean, it is neat they're going to have an
Have you
all-female
looked at this
Avengers team.
lineup? Though?
I
just saw the poster with
Jesus
all the freaking...
Christ.
I told my friend Jen, well, the with all these women, they're going to be together in this Justice League type of thing. Obviously, their cycles will come together. So it's just 3-day crime sprees every month.
That is the first joke made on that topic since the A-Force announcement, by the way. But look at the lineup of the A-Force, right? So on the cover, they've got She-Hulk,
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, Jean Grey, Storm.
Wait, it's Jean Grey.
Jean Grey.
Oh yeah.
How is
Did
she
you
in
not
it?
see the picture?
I just saw the post. I just saw the
yeah,
post.
yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Which basically had every female character.
Well, that's
Marvel
right.
now.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at that lineup. Those 5 women just by themselves could destroy the universe. But then they've got every other female character.
Oh, it's Jean Grey. Okay, it's Jean Grey from All New X-Men, which is the young Jean Grey, probably.
Oh.
That's
She kinda
probably.
looked like the old...
This didn't look like a young. This didn't look like a young.
Jean Grey.
I'll have to look at it because I've been reading. I've been getting back into.
Well, it's all part of the Secret Wars thing, so it's probably like
Oh,
every iteration of every character ever known to man is going to come back.
Oh, you mean Secret Wars, also known as How Do We Bring Wolverine Back into the Universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I read that. I finally read that, by the way. Death of Wolverine. Very underwhelming. Very underwhelming.
not surprised.
The beginning was good. I like how they started it, but then it just like it totally peters out. I'm just like,
That's probably. I mean, that's probably has more to do with the fact that it's Wolverine and not Gambit, because they would have given him a big send off.
wow.
And plus, when you name your series with the climax of
The death of Qui-Gon Jinn. Thanks a lot, George Lucas. Thanks a lot, asshole.
But to circle back around, this does look really cool. The A-Force looks
A-Force
really
looks
awesome.
great.
Really
and it's
awesome.
being written by G. Willow Wilson. Who,
that means nothing to me.
well,
You tell me what
I'm
that
about to
means.
tell you what's up. I'm going to pull a Jupiter Ascending on you. G.
right.
Willow Wilson.
I wish it was called Les Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the writer for the current Miss Marvel run.
Okay. All right.
The younger Miss Marvel, the
yeah.
Muslim.
I was going to say,
Miss
don't you
Marvel.
mean Captain Marvel?
Yeah, no, Kelly Sue DeConnick does Captain Marvel. But I'm so excited for this book to come out. I can't wait.
I'm excited for the subsequent movie to come out so that I can watch it and get really excited.
Well, they only have rights to about 8 people.
Well,
on that-
then I
on
guess
that cover.
I will theoretically be excited about this whole thing.
So it's like, we can't use Storm.
Hi, Sue Storm. You
hello,
can't be in this
Thunder.
either.
That's always going to be cinematically the problem.
And I just mentioned Sue Storm, so we must get your thoughts.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic Four trailer finally came out,
It did.
and it doesn't look terrible
Okay, here's why it doesn't look terrible.
because it's so brief.
Because
yeah, you can make anything look good in 2 minutes.
you can, but the news leading up to this movie was so abysmal. Everything coming out of it was like,
True, right?
this is going to be the biggest piece of shit since
Right.
Jupiter Ascending.
You almost expect to see like a Benny Hill thing, right?
Yeah.
there.
Because you look, the budget for this movie is like $75 million for
That's
a
like X-Men.
superhero movie.
That's like X-Men 1.
Yeah, it's like, okay, 1998. How are you? You know, it's there's not a lot of money going into this movie. They gave it to the dude that did Chronicle, which was shot 90% on his mom's handheld Sony.
Yeah.
So so they don't have the money. They got a guy who's never done this large of a universe before. He's known for producing movies on the cheap, basically. They didn't release any promo for this movie at all. It comes out in July? August?
They pushed it back to August.
This is the first we have seen of this movie.
Yeah.
Most superhero movies, 9-10 months in
Yeah,
advance.
you got it way in advance.
You'll get at least a teaser.
Yeah.
Before that, you'll see concept art. You'll see all this stuff. If they're thinking the movie's going to be good. Fox hasn't leaked a single ounce of stuff for this
They've
movie.
gone out of their way to make sure that the stuff hasn't gotten out.
Right, and meanwhile, people online are just shitting all over it because it sounds terrible. And then they, some plot lines got released, not by Fox.
Right.
Once they started leaking, hackers got in and got some of the photos from the shoot, and they started coming out with details about the plot. And the whole not Doctor Doom, Victor Domashev.
Yeah, no, that was stupid.
So he's
an evil hacker.
DJ Doom. He should be like a DJ.
He's a blogger, an angry blogger, right?
Something like
and his nickname on the forums is Doom.
Yeah.
God. And then they showed the picture of him where it looks like a paper mache, Red Riding Hood.
Oh, I didn't see that picture.
You didn't see that picture?
No, I didn't see that picture. No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
It looks terrible.
It looks really bad. It looks really bad. It's not Doom. It's not Doctor Doom at all.
I mean, he doesn't have the goat legs. of the Ultimate Fantastic Four, which is what this is based on.
Yeah. I was just gonna say it's based on Ultimate.
Doom on Ultimate Fantastic Four is a purple dude with goat legs.
Goat boy, yeah.
So they thankfully did not bring the goat legs over, but he does look. I mean, he's this like mummy with black eyes and a little green hood.
Can't wait.
No, but in their defense, the trailer does look okay.
No, it wasn't terrible, but
I like how Freddy was the narrator.
And
Freddy from House of Cards.
I'm being a little hypocritical here because when I see a movie I want to see and like, I'll be like, that trailer's awesome and it's gonna be awesome. But unfortunately, this one I'm still like, you can make anything look good in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what they've done here.
So I will say
maybe they let George Lucas edit this one.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as they don't let him write it. I am a senator. You are a Jedi. If you take
I meant
your thoughts to
just
conclusions.
the trailer. I meant the trailer.
Yeah.
They let him cut the trailer.
Yeah.
So the Human Torch looks really good. He looks like a man on fire. So
Thing looks pretty cool.
Thing.
I mean, from what they showed. I mean, briefly what
they only showed a real brief shot of the thing. But he's like,
well, they do make him look
birthed out of this rock pile.
Well, it's kind of hard to. I hate to say it, it's kind of hard to mess that up. You could do it.
Well, I don't know. Did you see the original Fantastic Four movies?
That's what I'm saying. Based on, I meant they for me, it looks better than that because it actually looks like real rocks.
It is not a 5'4" guy in a rubber.
Yeah, so it's based on that. It's kind of hard to mess that up.
Which is a shame because Chiklis did a good job.
He was
fine, but it's like
clobbering.
He's supposed to be
that role.
as big as the Hulk, basically.
Right.
Yeah,
and he's the
and
size
he was
of
like the shortest member of the team.
Yeah,
in a rubber suit.
Yeah.
God, he was atrocious. But this new thing played by Jamie Bell.
Yeah.
He did the mocap for it.
Right. And you notice how they had the one shot of him playing baseball where they showed his biceps. Jamie Bell's not 10 pounds soaking wet in this movie.
Yeah. And then the next shot was Michael B. Jordan in his tank top.
Yeah.
Also flexing as he fixes the car.
Yep.
Transformers style, Megan Fox Transformers style.
Yeah.
But the suits, they officially released pictures of the suits. And oh my God, they're so stupid looking.
They're really dumb looking. And I was the day before, or maybe it was 2 days before, they had released. They had versions of them have gotten leaked by people that had seen them and kind of got to do some quick doodles of it. And I was like, oh dear God, don't let this be what it was. And guess what?
It's exactly
what it was.
Because Johnny Storm's got vents.
They literal vents.
He's got air vents.
Him off.
Yeah,
he's got
cooling vents.
Cooling vents on his suit.
He's on fucking fire. Some vents are supposed to do
They
something.
gave Mr. Fantastic this
springs
so that his suit would stretch with him. So it's like slinkies.
They did it so that his arm wouldn't just continually go until the other side of the earth. They put springs on it, so it would snap it back in place whenever he goes like that.
Yeah,
you can see it a little bit in the trailer. You can see some of the springs on his arm.
When it shows them all lined up, if you freeze frame that, you can get a good look in it. Oh wow! Yeah.
And also, he's crawling up the rocks like Anakin in the movie, and he flings out his arm, and then you get a good shot of the springs. Then too. They haven't shown.
That's right.
Sue Storm, what her costume is supposed to be like.
I hope she's
it's invisible.
I hope she's like what's her face from Venture Brothers, and only her skin turns invisible, so you can see her skull and some muscles and shit like that. I hope that's what happens.
I guess they showed her invisible in the trailer. There was a little bit of Johnny Storm versus Sue Storm looking deal, where it's he was on fire and there was this blue cloud in front of him. I hope it's not Galactus.
Yeah.
I want to see
mini Galactus
in this version of it. He's going to be like a dictator, or something like that, and he eats peanuts.
He has a peanut allergy.
Yeah, peanut allergy.
Yeah.
I will drill holes in the earth.
As long as you don't feed me peanuts, I will rule. I will rule the galaxy and get rid of every peanut on this planet.
Galactus Bee Eater.
Spider-Man, we don't know what's happening with that yet, as far as...
Oh, no, but the vice president woman,
Amy Pascal
got Das Boots.
Yeah. She's gone.
She's been fired. And so now people are starting to think, well, her ousting is going to open the door for Spider-Man to come back.
Yeah, well, and even before that, they had already. It's still rumors, sure, but
Yes.
they were.
But
Let's call them more legitimate rumors were coming out that the talks had really
well, it was during the
kind
Sony
of gotten
leak,
somewhere.
so that
Yeah.
all of her emails about the thing came out during the Sony leak.
Yeah.
And I think she was the one poo-pooing the idea of Spider-Man coming back. And then Sony Japan was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. How much money did you say you were going to offer us for this? What did you say? You be quiet. We're going to talk this out.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah, so she's gone.
That was really racist, man.
What did I do?
You be quiet. I called you.
No. This is not Phantom Menace.
This is not Ron Howard.
Right. Anyway, so she's out, right? She's gone.
Yes.
And so now we can get to talking.
Yeah,
get
but
Spider-Man.
he won't be in Civil War.
He's not going to be in Civil War. There's not enough time. I think Winter Soldier is going to take
Which is kind of
place.
too bad because that's.
I don't know. I think. Well, of course, I would love him to be in Civil War. But
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys would know more than I would, doesn't he play more of an integral role in the comics?
In the comic,
he's the center of it. But I think they can. They've already set it up for Winter Soldier to be Spider-Man.
They're just flipping it
because he's got ties to Tony Stark because he killed his parent.
Yeah.
And he's got ties to Captain America, of course. So,
okay. All right, so that's what they're going to use in place of
yeah.
Okay.
I think he'll take the Spider-Man role in Civil War, which I can't wait for because it looks like Panther's probably going to be in. Well, there's definitely going to be.
He's definitely in it.
He's already
in it. They've already
and he may even make a minor appearance in Avengers.
He should make a minor,
because they confirmed that Andy Serkis is playing Ulysses Claw.
Yeah, he is playing Claw, and also the sort of mystery woman that was in the last Avengers trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And you could also see a little glimpse of another woman dressed in the same outfit. They think that might be what is it called, the Dora Milaje, something like that.
I don't know.
Black Panther's bodyguards, basically.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So they think that. Well, we already know part of it's set in South
Wakanda.
Africa, and they think it's going to be Wakanda.
Yeah.
So he may be in Age of Ultron, but he's definitely going to be in Civil War.
Right.
Vision could possibly be headed to Civil War.
I would assume he wouldn't be there if because he's going to be in Age of Ultron. So.
Yeah, but we don't know who else is going to be.
That's true. Yeah.
We know Black Widow's going to be in Civil War.
Black Widow's going to be.
Yeah,
in Civil War.
she signed on officially.
Hawkeye has all but said yes, I'm going to be in Civil War.
And he might actually show up on S.H.I.E.L.D., I heard. He might show up on TV.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
To be honest, I would love to see them do a Netflix show with him because that Matt Fraction's
Matt Fraction's is
hilarious.
Great.
It's great. That's
really
a great comic.
Yeah, and they could bring Kate Bishop in, and
yeah,
she's a good character. But
on the other side of the fence, you've got DC is continuing. No, the rumor was that there was going to be a teaser maybe for Batman Superman with Jupiter Ascending, and then the execs probably said, "No way,
yeah.
we're not going to.
We don't want to be associated with this movie
right.
in any way, shape."
So
why
probably
they
though? I mean,
although
Jupiter
that's the reason to see the movie.
Money.
Yeah,
because it would probably leak online anyway, and people aren't going to go see the movie anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think that really works.
But anymore. Now aren't they attaching it to like some movie I've never heard of?
I don't know. But see that kind of shit worked back in like the 90s with like Star Wars, when like they said, they're going to put Phantom Menace on Waterboy and Meet Joe Black.
Did they announce it was officially tied to a new movie? Like,
no, but the rumor was it was going to be Jupiter Ascending because it's a WB joint.
So they're still going along on Batman Superman. It was the rumor that it was going to be split into two movies has been debunked.
Right. But they might be shooting back to back for Justice League.
Probably, I would imagine so. Yeah, and so and then the new rumor is that Batman is going to play a much bigger role in Suicide Squad,
right,
than was originally thought.
Yeah.
They thought he was just going to have maybe a minor cameo since the Joker's involved in it now, but now there's the talk that Batman might be heavily involved in it, which would be cool.
And then he would spring off a
new Batman solo film from that, which would be interesting.
But
where DC's really killing it is on TV. They've got the Flash. They've got the Flash, and they've got Green Arrow. I said to Dirty A today, I was like, I love Arrow. I love everything they're doing. But honestly, if you just wanted to make the Dark Knight movies into a TV show, just fucking call it the Dark Knight
Yeah.
TV show, okay? And put Batman in it.
Yeah.
I mean,
the first 2 seasons were basically Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
right, and this season has been Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, great. Okay.
Not in a bad way. I mean, like, you know,
I love it. It's been great.
Yeah, it's a great show.
I like it better.
Oh no, yeah, again,
I still like it better than Flash. I do.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
I like them. I like them more equally now because I liked Flash better. But then this whole thing that they've been doing now, we won't spoil anything for Matt. But this thing they've been doing now, this recent storyline, has got me really amped up for Ultra.
Flash is funner. It's campier.
Yeah.
For sure. Whereas Arrow's got more of the edginess.
Yeah.
Right?
The Arrow's more dramatic, and Flash is more.
Paul's to use the word adult, but you know it is. It's. But that said, Flash is still awesome. I still love it.
Flash is great.
If I'm tuning in,
I feel so bad for that kid.
when I'm tuning in on whatever Tuesday and Wednesday night. I do look more forward to Arrow. I feel
bad for those two guys, and I don't know
right,
why.
That's shit.
I don't know why DC's doing that.
Yeah,
why they're breaking them in two. Because basically they've already said to the TV people, Superman and Batman are off limits. So then why not put this guy is Green Arrow and this guy is the Flash in the movies? Why not?
It's so dumb. There's no reason not to.
Because
no reason not to.
It sucks. Because when's the Flash movie supposed to come out? 2018 or 2017?
I mean, the only
and they've already cast Ezra Miller as it, and it's just like, and I like him. He was really good in like Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I was like, but it's like, this kid already is the Flash.
Yeah, the only thing I can imagine is that DC is not going the route of tying the TV into the movies,
and that's fine.
Right. But see,
because
if they were to cast the same actors, it would be too confusing for people as to see them in this storyline that doesn't match up with what they've been watching for 2 or 3 seasons.
The timelines would be a problem.
Yeah, so
that's true.
That's the reason I think they're doing that.
Now CBS is doing a Supergirl show.
Yes,
and they have just started casting that. They finally cast Supergirl
and Jimmy Olsen.
And
Jimmy Olsen.
And Jimmy Olsen, yeah. They pulled a Fantastic Four with that. Jimmy Olsen's now a black guy, which is totally fine. That's cool. And they cast that, and they've talked about possibly that Supergirl show on CBS crossing over with Flash and Green Arrow on or Arrow, whatever. It's fucking Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Green Arrow on CW. So that could happen. Gotham, that's never going to cross over. Gotham, I've been busy doing other stuff, so I'm behind on Gotham. I know Dirty A's been still kind of keeping up with it, but it's not.
Let's say I still watch it.
Yeah.
Let me just.
It's not good. I mean, it's not that good. Let me just
put it this way: it's gotten to the point now. I've all but checked out of it. Like I watch it so passively now that 10 minutes will go by and I'm like, "What happened? I don't care."
They renewed it for a second season, so it's
of course they did. Look, it's a fucking Batman show.
Huh?
Not yet. It's on hiatus, right there. Yeah, but of course it's a fucking Batman show. Of course it's going to keep getting, some viewership, but it's really not a good show.
And there's another
and ironically, the reason it's not a good show is because they've made it a Batman show.
Yeah, because there's no Batman in it. And there's a rumor now that Fox is looking to get into the TV game as well.
Oh, the X-Men.
And they want to make an X-Men TV show.
Los X-Men.
Which is what I've been dreaming about since X-Men 2 came out. Because I felt that was the only way they could really do the Phoenix Saga any justice, is if they made it into like a multi-part TV
I bet that would be season 2.
Probably. And it could be interesting because they've cast, for Apocalypse, they've cast Sophie... what's her last name? Sophie...
Stark.
Yeah, Stark. They cast Sansa Stark.
Yes.
Yeah. Sansa Stark is Jean Grey.
Yep.
Ty Sheridan, who was in Mud, is Cyclops. And
which, by the way, I'm mad that the dude from Kingsman did not get to be Cyclops. Because he was in the running.
Because you wanted one more British guy to play another American guy.
I want another British guy playing American.
And then what's the girl's name? I think it's Alexandra Shipp or something like that.
Oh, playing Storm.
She's playing Storm. She was in the Aaliyah movie. She's playing Storm. They're clearly going the Halle Berry route with her. Not to say that she's going to be as bad a Storm as Halle Berry, because we haven't seen anything with her yet. But but they're obviously not going for the African Queen Storm.
They could.
They could, I guess, but
I mean,
I felt like Lupita Nyong'o was like that was just right there for the take.
That was
like
the perfect cast.
That was the perfect casting.
And I might flip this table because she was not cast. So watch out.
I'm just saying, it's a pretty hefty table. You're gonna have to.
Well, look at me. I mean,
just warn me. Just warn me, because so I can take my laptop off.
No, that's not how the flipping tables works. But she was perfect. She's perfect for that role, and they didn't do it. I wonder if it's because she's in Star Wars.
It's possible. Maybe her role in Star Wars is too big.
Yeah.
That she's got.
Could be that she can't make that commitment.
Can't make the commitment.
Yeah.
Clearly, Oscar Isaacs is not, because he's going to be playing Apocalypse, but he's probably just going to be in one X-Men movie, and that's it.
I don't think he's coming back.
And then, of course, they're still playing coy, and they're just like, Hugh Jackman might be in it. Yeah, fuck you. Yeah. Hugh Jackman is in this all the way.
And he's probably a villain.
He's probably going to be the bad guy, which is awesome.
That is great.
But, so that's what's going on with X-Men. But what I was getting at is that these three new people they've cast are young enough and not really got film careers big enough that they could segue them into a TV show.
I don't know.
I think that would work. If they put it on FX, it would be fantastic.
Yeah, it would.
But they probably would put it on Fox, where sci-fi TV shows go to die.
Yes.
Unless you're X-Files, and that's about it.
Which, by the way, could be coming back.
Yeah, I mean, they did it with 24, so they might as well bring it back.
Don't you make a disparaging comment about the X-Files. Don't you do it. Not in my house. Not in my house.
Now you found his weakness.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
I was even a fan of the last X-Files movie, which admittedly was not very good.
I still haven't seen that yet. It's on Netflix, isn't it?
It was, and Chris Carter always said, if I do a movie, like, it's just going to be it's just going to be like a show. Don't expect something crazy. But this was only a mediocre, like, show version of the movie. But I still liked it, because I just love seeing that pair together. So don't you dare.
His OTP. What? I'm just saying.
And of course, I guess last but not least, because this happened since you were here last time to talk about Guardians of the Galaxy. Benedict Cumberbatch is your Doctor Strange.
He is my Doctor Strange. Yep.
Good. That's good.
So there you go.
That's good.
And did you see the news? Oh, well, I won't say news. Rumor this morning about the Captain Marvel movie.
Oh no.
Supposedly, I don't know if this is true. Supposedly, Marvel's going after Angelina Jolie.
Oh, I did see that.
Direct.
I did see that.
Direct it.
Yeah, not to direct.
No. The headline I saw was Angelina Jolie possibly attached to Marvel, and I didn't get any further.
Yeah, it was the Captain Marvel.
Okay, all right.
I can see that.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen that one movie she did. So
she's done 2 movies. First of all.
Yeah, well, the first one was
the first one was more of a passion project.
Let's call it the high profile.
Unbroken. I mean, it wasn't a bad movie.
Technically, as far as directing goes, it was
fine. I mean, as long as she's not writing the script, I guess.
Yeah, she's capable. She's capable.
Yeah, she's capable.
I guess I'm more interested in who they get to actually play Captain Marvel.
Brad Pitt.
Clear choice.
Suckers!
It's like the Lupita situation for Storm. I mean, Brad Pitt is clearly the best Captain Marvel.
I mean, I'm of two minds. I really, really, really want Katie Sackhoff to be Captain Marvel.
Oh,
but
think
there's big talk that they want to get Emily Blunt, and I'm like, I would love to see Emily Blunt be Captain Marvel.
I'm fine with either one of those.
Me too.
But she's been circling Marvel for 5,
well, she was supposed to be Black Widow.
She was supposed to be Black Widow.
And then she got pregnant. She couldn't be Black Widow.
She had all the tweets about the rumors and
But Emily Blunt was. I mean, I think Emily Blunt was cast as Black Widow, but then she got pregnant, and had to drop out. I think.
Yes, and then they tried to get her for something else. I forget what it was, but she couldn't do it
Hulk.
then. Hulk.
She was gonna be the Hulk.
She's gonna be Bruce Banner.
not She-Hulk.
No,
Hulk. Yeah.
But yeah, of course, her name has come up for Captain Marvel, and also Jessica Chastain.
Oh, really?
Has been getting a lot of questions.
I could see that.
I could see that.
That would be a far removed third choice from the first two.
Yeah,
but I could see that.
Sackhoff. So this movie's coming out in 2018, I think. Captain Marvel.
Is it?
Yeah.
And I have to say, I mean, it is exciting that Marvel announces all this stuff.
What are you saying? She's too old?
I am saying that. Yeah.
But I mean, when they announce all these movies so far in advance, it also kind of robs. like I almost feel like Avengers 2 is getting like, yeah, by the way, that movie's coming out. It's like, it's like, because like people are already, all they're talking about is,
Well, there's Civil War. I mean, that's going to be a huge movie.
They're doing it right with the way they're progressing the story and mapping it out, but they're throwing so much at the audience all at once. Instead of sticking with what's right in front of them, right?
Right.
You need to just leave this on the board for now and focus on what you're going to be giving us. But it's hard to do that with the internet.
Yeah,
she's gonna be 35 this year.
Okay.
Katie Sackhoff?
Yeah.
So close.
So
30, should be
40.
38.
Right around the 40 border. That's
For an origin story of a superhero
that
movie.
is pushing it.
Well, I mean, it depends on what they do with her. I mean, it depends if they go that she was like.
Well, how old
like,
is Emily Blunt?
If they go with
I don't know.
if they go with like
30s.
the whole if they go with like the whole pilot thing and all that kind of stuff, I could see her being.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I would love for. I mean, physically and acting wise,
she could still do it.
Emily Blunt is going to be 32, so it's only
Good
3
age.
years.
Good age.
It's only 3 years difference.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see Sackhoff in the role. I think she's perfect. But I don't know if they're going to think of her.
An angel.
She is an angel.
She's an angel. I mean,
she might disappear at the end of the movie.
Oh God, that was the worst.
Don't remind me of that.
I love that show. I love that show. And that last season was such garbage.
Wait, you watch the whole show and then you're like, wait, what?
Yeah, the whole last episode. I was like, what?
Huh?
What just happened?
Huh? What?
So yeah, Colonel Ty and Adama are friends forever, and they just walk away from each other and don't say bye. It's like, all right, it's not even like I'm out. I'll see you. It's like I'll be back. And then he just goes off to die. I don't want to talk about that show.
Well, who actually not talk about that show, but Edward James Olmos is going to be in
Agents of Shield.
Agents of
Yes.
Shield.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. He signed on for that. So
hell yes,
Yeah.
Adama.
Yeah. So say we all.
He won't be playing him.
No,
So say we all.
we're not doing a crossover with.
He's playing Gaff from Blade Runner.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he was going to do his character from Stand and Deliver.
How do I reach these kids?
He's going to teach them all algebra.
How do I reach these kids?
So who else do we have to cast? We got Captain Marvel's casting coming up.
Pretty soon we're going to have to cast a new Wolverine.
Yeah.
That's not a joke, really.
No, it's really not.
We should have done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I think he's still doing
He's still okay, but
No,
I know you just fucking with
Yeah.
him. Yeah. But
Apocalypse will probably be a good send off for him, and then because they're still doing the one last Wolverine movie with him.
that's such a big decision because whoever is chosen is going to have so much backlash on them.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is because
Well, that's
Hugh Jackman just embodies everything that is Wolverine.
Yeah, but I mean, that is true. But like Heath Ledger was amazing, but he was only in one movie, really.
But he was the greatest Joker.
He was the
ever.
greatest.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, but Hugh Jackman's been Wolverine in 7 goddamn
think of
movies.
what Jesus is going to go through. What's his name?
Jesus?
Yeah.
Well, he got crucified. He was...
What? Yeah.
He said what
No, what's
Jesus
his
went
name?
through.
I can't think of his name.
Jared Leto?
Yes.
Is that who you talking about?
Yeah.
The new Joker?
Yeah, the new
I was like
Joker.
Jim Caviezel. You're not replacing him on Person of Interest.
No.
Wait, what happened in the last episode? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah.
Not much talk yet because it's still very early on.
Oh, I think he'll be fine.
But no, I'm just talking about as far as bloggers or whatever take it to the internets to talk about how he's not Heath Ledger. Hasn't really happened yet because
Hashtag not my Joker.
but not my Joker.
Hashtag not my Christian.
But I think he'll look great. I think he'll do a great job.
I think he'll do fine. I mean, because the other thing is too, they've done such a great job, I guess, of distancing the Nolan stuff from all whatever else they're going to do going forward. That it's just like it really exists in its own little pocket.
So did Burton. Way different than Nolan, but that was still comparison was still made. I mean, you're always going to compare that character to another character,
right?
It's an iconic character.
Yeah.
Yes and no, because I think the difference also with that is, I mean, there's some people now, I'm not one of them, but there's some people who were probably like, you could probably still get Jack Nicholson to play the Joker for The Dark Knight. I mean, seriously, he was so great. It's like, but you can't do that with Heath Ledger because he passed away. So it's like, it's like you have to recast it at some point. Yeah. You have no choice. Unless they did a lot of hologram footage.
But it was smart for them to let some time go by. So
Oh yeah.
they don't want to do it right away.
Not yet. So that'll
That's
do it.
a lot
I
of
guess.
pressure.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of
I
pressure.
mean,
It
I'm
was-
still keeping my fingers crossed that they could somehow maybe some film footage bring back Cesar Romero as Joker.
Wow.
That's my hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get Julie Newmar back as well.
You know it.
Why you
know
got
it.
Anne Hathaway?
Numa.
She was a great.
She played Julie Newmar anyway.
No, she was pretty much Selena Kyle. She was pretty much Selena
Oh
Kyle.
gosh, I know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
She was pretty much Selena Kyle.
Man, I don't know.
She was the closest Selena Kyle that they've ever gotten. I mean, honestly, in live action.
But you didn't like Michelle Pfeiffer's origin story from
No.
Batman Returns?
No,
Meow.
the Cat's brought. She was great. I mean, she was great in the role as Catwoman, but I felt that Anne Hathaway's Selena Kyle was much, much closer to the comic book version of being like this grifter who, you know.
She was also unnecessary in that movie. But that's a topic for another day.
Yes.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, Doug.
it's
Wait.
February.
Wait.
So that'll do it for this episode of the
Will
Hodgepodge
it?
podcast. Yes, that'll
Are we
do it.
done?
It's over
That'll do
already.
it. Yes,
Oh.
we're not talking about Jupiter Ascending anymore. and
Damn
we're
it.
not talking about.
There's one more thing.
Do not go see Jupiter Ascending.
Yeah.
Do not waste your money. And check out all the Marvel trailers that we discussed. By the way,
And DC.
and DC. And by the way, you know, in case you missed it, there is a movie coming out in May called Avengers 2. So
Which may have gotten lost in the shadow of all the other Marvel
That
stuff
are-
that they're throwing
I
at
know,
us
it's
these
like
days.
it's like you're sitting here and you're just like, okay, so there's Captain America: Civil War, so and Iron Man's in it,
Yeah.
so I know that those two characters are gonna be fine. I know Black Widow's gonna be fine, so
Yeah.
I guess
Which-
Hawkeye might die.
which maybe that's why they released the second trailer so close to releasing the first one, because they realized it's getting
It
lost
almost
in the
wasn't a
shuffle.
trailer.
Maybe.
It was almost like a.
It was a recut of the first of
Yeah,
the
it
original
was a
trailer.
weird-
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was weird timing, and it was just a kind of an odd trailer. Anyway, I mean, I loved it. I still watch it.
Oh,
constantly,
sure,
but,
sure. No, no.
Because Ultron's such a fucking badass.
Oh my God,
um,
James Spader! Oh!
But I know. I can't wait.
I gotta be honest. The trailer I keep watching is the Star Wars trailer.
Well,
That's a good
of
way to
course.
see how well it
Can't
comes
fucking wait for that movie.
out. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe I'll see it.
Speaking of Star Wars, next time Dirty A and I will be discussing a bunch of other movies that we've seen in and around Jupiter Ascending, including
Don't speak for me.
A Most Violent Year, which stars Oscar Isaac, who will be in the Star Wars movie.
Also giving away the ending of the movie in the title.
No, they really
not at
don't.
all.
They really don't.
Not at all.
They really don't.
That's what I meant. It doesn't.
And you know what?
I see
Jupiter
what you-
never.
I see what you did there.
Jupiter really didn't ascend.
It didn't
either.
What
No.
the fuck?
I mean, they raised her on a platform, but then she went back to being
She did go back
a
to
cleaning
that.
lady.
Yeah.
So you know,
Jupiter ascended.
6,500.
Temporarily.
No. It's
Temporarily.
because she had gravity boots at the end of the movie.
Right.
So she was going up
She's
Right.
literally ascended.
and up, only up.
We'll see you next time, folks.
See ya. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah, you're welcome.